Well, good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Crafters TV this fine Saturday morning. I say fine. It's very muggy but very grey outside here at Newton Aycliffe today. But wherever you are or whatever you're doing, I hope you're all ready for a great day of crafty fun, lots of inspiration, some great deals which we'll go over in a second, and 3 jam-packed full shows of the most amazing things as well, because we've got today, first of all, Play Your Crafts Right, which we are going to be kick-starting and giving you a sneaky peek of things that are going to come later on today. We've got Craft Along later on today with the 12 days of Christmas, and we've got a fabulous guest who will be joining us for that show. And then later on, we've got a little bit of an occasion special for you, and that's at 6 p.m. UK time, 1 p.m. Eastern time, and then lastly 10 a.m. Pacific time. Pacific? One of those things, that's the one. So I'm not here alone though. We have got a fabulous crew behind the scenes. We've got our producer Dean, with the dirty laugh, as I like to call him, because he's got a filthy little laugh. We've got our fabulous Charlotte, she's saying hi, very quietly there, but a very nice hi. We've got our lovely Jake, who's looking after us today, and hopefully not working like he was yesterday, because we barely saw him. He was that busy. And then, of course, I am not here alone, because I do have a little bit of a role reversal today, because if you saw us yesterday, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. The most amazing crafter and the most loveliest lady you wish to meet is our gorgeous Lily. How are you, Lily?
I'm very well. I'm loving the fact that we've got 2 days of Debbie and Lily. I love this. Yeah. I don't think we've ever done it this way around, though, where Debbie's been presented and I've been demonstrated. So I'm super excited for today. It's always fun when we've got Debbie on the shows, and I'm looking forward to a jam-packed day of lots of crafting, but of course lots of fun as well. It's always a giggle, isn't it, when we've got our Debbie on? So it's going to be a fabulous day, and I hope you can join us for all 3 shows. It's going to be an absolute cracker.
Yeah, absolutely. We're really looking forward to today, because we have got loads lined up for you. What we have got though, but we're just going to kick start with, is we've got a new little deal over the weekend. We've got a weekend wonder, so we're going to kick-start with that weekend wonder before I get to the comments, because we're all sorted. Little technical issue with the iPad, so we'll come and mention everybody there, including our lovely social media superstar, which I believe is Rachel this morning. But yes, we are going to start with that weekend wonder deal, because this is running just for this weekend only, and me and Lily were both really quite impressed with this one, because it is a crafty tool essential that everybody needs in their life, and it is our fabulous small guillotine. Now, I say small, there is nothing small about this guillotine. It's a really fabulous tool to have in your crafty stash, but it's not just a guillotine, it is also a scoring tool, because there is a scoreboard integrated into that guillotine. You have got a 6 1/4 platform by 8 3/4 platforms. You've got your hardened stainless steel blade on there, which self-sharpens and has got precision cutting on there. Easy to grip handle. You've got your metric and your imperial measuring guide, so your inches and your centimetres. Finger guard on there, scoring tool, and then the score line's embedded into the base. Now, we'll just say this blade is very sharp. This is not just an ordinary paper trimmer or anything like this. This is a proper guillotine with a blade on there that's been manufactured, is that the right word? Manufactured by Blade Company, so by a steel, the Steel Blade Company, so just be aware of that. But it is the best tool, it's the best one out there on the market. I can say that categorically, because I use it day in, day out. So you've got the small guillotine, and we've thrown in a paper pad in there for you as well. So it's the Sarah's Signature Frosty and Bright paper pad. You can see on the screen it's £30 or $50. Down to the lowest that you'll pay today if you're in the Platinum Club is £24 or $40. I think I've said that right. And double points, Lily. Double points. Now, I'll give you a little tiny flick. Just remind me, is that the one? Should we keep it there, Charlotte? Brilliant, thank you. Where you have got your gorgeous 12 by 12. One of my favourite pads, this, Lily. I don't know about yourself, but it's one of my favourites. I love the colour tones of this one.
Absolutely love it.
Double-sided sheets in there as well. 36 sheets in precise. Lovely contemporary colours, not your traditional Christmas colours, but really beautiful. And I don't just mean for Christmas this. I think you could use this for many different occasion. So you're getting the 12 by 12 Frosty and Bright paper pads and the fantastic guillotine and scoring board. Let's remember it's a scoring board integrated into that as well, for the most amazing price of £30 or $50. And like I said, take off your Club Platinum, you're going down to £24 or $40, and you're going to get the double points. So I think that is a fabulous little weekend wonder that I believe, well, it goes right through till tomorrow, end of play tomorrow here in the UK at midnight. So take advantage of that if you're in the lookout for the weekend wonder. Right, shall we do a few little hellos before we talk about everything else? Because I'm really excited to be on this side today, Lily. I feel really nice and home.
Yes.
I feel really nice at home on this side.
It's nice
to get to do it now and again. It really is. So yes, it is our lovely Rachel here with for the first two shows, Lily. So she's here for this one and also for the craft along. Nikki girl, good morning. Everybody from Leicester. Love Leicester in the UK. Lois, good morning everyone from Ohio. Stephen, Nicole, good morning everyone. Stephen, have you been walking the dogs today? Let us know. What's it like down there? Is it cold? Is it wet? Is it damp?
Not cold up here. Blooming heck, it's muggy, isn't it?
Well, it's very warm. I've got the fan blowing in the background because I'm really, really warm, but it's very grey. We feel that there's a storm brewing.
Definitely a storm brewing, yeah.
We just want the sun though. I don't know about you, Lily, but I think I've had enough of this summer.
Honestly, yeah, it's no summer at all, let's be honest. It's horrible. It's been cold, to be fair. No, it's not cold today. But there's no sun. We need some sunshine, please.
Yes, please. And Kirsty D has said from a very warm and humid Thornaby, and that's here in the UK, so it must be the same down there.
Yeah,
absolutely. Barbara McNeil, hello everyone from New Jersey. Julie Barlow, morning all, multitasking today, making a birthday, watching this and also watching athletics. I didn't realise the athletics were on.
Yeah, very exciting. You know, I love my athletics, so yes, very excited about that.
Two more hellos. We've got Crafty Stacey Lou. Hello, Stacey. From a windy, sunny Bradford. Not having that, Stacey. You need to send some of that sunshine up here. And then Helen Patterson, good morning all. So good morning to you all. Keep those comments. We are a very interactive channel here. Any questions you want to ask, I will obviously throw them over to the craft expert today. That is our fabulous Lily. But we're going to get started. Don't forget we've got the gate. I mean, we don't know what the game is, do we? We've no idea what the game is.
I have to say, what they've started doing, because the guys that do the game, I work with them in the office, and what they've been trying to do is do that game when I'm not actually in the office. So like when I was on the shows yesterday. So then basically I'm at a disadvantage. I don't know what the game is either. So it could be anything. Debbie, we could be in for a treat. We could be in for not a treat. We'll find out in not too long.
And I'm also playing for Facebook today, because I usually play for YouTube, because I'm usually on that side. So I'm playing for Facebook today and you're YouTube.
Yeah. Well, I've just thought I'm on the other side next weekend, so it'll be switching again. I can't keep up.
Get so confused, I cannot keep up, let me tell you. But let's get started with some of the amazing deals, because we've got 2 hours jam-packed full. We're going to get as many demonstrations in as we can. And so we're going to start with one of my personal favourites, the treat boxes. Now, the treat boxes for me are... They're not a one-trick pony die and stencil set. They're something that you can do lots of things with. So which one are we starting with, Producer Dean?
You get both.
Start with either, like that.
You get both.
He's giving me the reins and taking control.
This is dangerous, isn't it? Blimey me.
So we'll start with the Prism. So the Prism one is possibly one of my favourite ones that we've ever done. I absolutely love this fabulous, fabulous box. Now, the worker die is on the outside. For those that have not seen this before, that's going to create your worker die, the box itself. All score lines in place, everything cut out for you into shape, even down to the tabs and all the detail. The rest that you can see in the black and white are all the accessories. They're all the things that you're going to embellish with, and you're going to do lots of lovely things with cutting in, cutting out, cutting panels, embellishment galore. It really is jam-packed full. I think to this, you can see we've put as much in there as we possibly could. What we've also popped in there for you as well is a treat box stencil. And the treat box, and this as I said, stencil, is template, allows you to create, and I know Lily will show you in a second, to take it from a one box into something a lot more in terms of like a roll up. It's like that famous chocolate that we talk about here in the UK. Toblerone. There are other chocolates out there on the market, but it's got that shape to it. And I know our Lily will show you in a second because we're going to kickstart this. But look at the price, £31 or $35, taking it down to the platinum price of £24.80 or $28, which I think is fabulous. Is it for one, Dean, or is it for the two? This is even better, Lily.
I know.
I'm getting even more excited now because you're not getting one box, you're getting two. So we're going to pop in there the picnic treat box, which I absolutely, another box I adore. And this turns it from a one box to a two box to an absolutely fabulous style of 4 boxes in one, because we pop in again another template for you. So all of the worker dies in there, all of the embellishments, all of the templates. So you are getting both of those today for that fantastic price of £31. I'm going to recheck that, Dean. I'm just going to recheck it. So let's just rewind and recheck. Both of those for that price, I think personally is one of the best prices I've ever seen these at. That is phenomenal value for money, especially when you're taking a look at the bottom price there in the purple box, £24.80 or $28. It's truly amazing because they cost more than that for the one. So I think that is a fabulous, fabulous deal today. And I know our Lily is a way to show you, 1, some beautiful samples, and 2, how to use them.
Absolutely, and honestly, I can't believe that price either, Debbie, because these should be $39.99 each. You're getting both of them for less than that, which is absolutely incredible. Now, what I'm going to show you with my first demonstration is I'm going to show you the prism treat box, but I'm just going to do the singular one. However, you do get instructions included, which will take you through both the singular design that I'm going to show you, but also this super, super impressive multi-box sort of construction project that you've got here. So all you need to do is basically repeat the technique that I'm going to show you in just a moment several times over. You pop them all together, you use that template. The template is what creates that outer wrap. Maybe bring in some of your magnets or some of your hook and loop fastenings, and you can create that incredible roll-up prism treat box. Isn't that just amazing? However, with the other one, you do also have the option too of making several, this being your fantastic picnic treat box. Of course, you can create the singular ones. I mean, you look at this in first glance, you think, yeah, lovely, pretty little box. And then you take the lid off. Oh my goodness, it's 4 boxes together. How cool is that? And again, you use the die to create the actual little boxes themselves. Your template is what creates the sides and the lid for your box. So I love the fact that with both die sets, you get not just one option, you get 2 main options, but of course, when you start playing with these, you'll be finding lots of other options with these fabulous dies. Now, like I said, we're going to play with the prism treat box first. I absolutely love this die set. I think it's a slightly different shaped box to a lot of the ones you might see, perhaps as other die sets on the market. And I love the fact that we've got that slight point of difference with this one. Now, what's fabulous about this is, of course, yes, it's about creating our boxes. We've already spoken how we can create 2 different types of boxes with just the one die set that we've got here. But what I absolutely love about this as well is the fact that we're including all of the accessory dies. And these, of course, are perfect for decorating all of your sides of your boxes, for adding your embellishments. But think of these as just panel dies. That could be a panel die on the front of a card. Take away that outer die and you've just got beautiful panels that you can be using for decorating your cards. You've got foliage that you could be tucking underneath your, perhaps your flowers that you've made from foam. You've got doilies, you've got plaques there you could be popping your sentiments onto. So don't just think about your boxes with this one. Think of it as, yes, a box making die set, but also a set of accessory dies too, which I'm absolutely loving. Well, let's go ahead and create one of these boxes. So I want to show you quite how easy it is to actually work with these incredible dies. So all I've got is, I'm turning into Debbie. I've been inspired by Debbie yesterday, that is for sure. The craft card is out, and I've got that largest die, that mechanism worker die, if you like. Fits a full sheet of A4, so you don't need A3 cardstock. A4 will do the job just nicely. You do get a few little scraps, which I tend to use for like my mats and layers, for my sentiments and that sort of thing, or some of those accessories will fit onto there as well. And all we need to do is just run that through our die cutter machine. Now that die does cut, but it also scores as well. However, it's the same plate combination as if it was a normal thin metal die, because that's exactly what it is. So whether you're using your Gemini or any other die cutter machine, same plate combination as any thin metal die that you've got in your crafty stash. And you can see one pass through the machine, we've got that design cut out super easily, super quickly. Now you can see you've got the outer design cut all around the edge. We've also got your score lines in there, but what I like to do is I like to just reinforce those score lines. So this is where I bring in my scoreboard. Here I'm using my Score Master. It can be any scoreboard. Bringing in your scoring tool. Of course, you could actually be using that guillotine for this, couldn't you? Could be using the integrated scoreboard on your guillotine. But what I like to do is just reinforce those score lines a little bit more. I find that it helps it fold together a little bit better when you just go in with your own scoreboard and reinforce those score lines. Now for these couple of diagonal ones, it really does help if you do like we've done here and pop your black line down that centre of your scoreboard. It just makes it an awful lot easier to actually line up those score lines. So just going down and scoring these lines. Nice and easy to do, but it really does, like I say, it does make a massive difference. So same with this one. Let's line it up against that black line that we've marked down. Score down there. And this is the beauty of using your scoreboard. Super easy to do, and it's going to give us a more professional finish. So there we go. All we've gone ahead and done now is just reinforce those score lines. Then what I like to do before I pop my mats and layers on, I just like to actually start to burnish those score lines. I find it's easier if you've sort of got, almost like, I know it's not muscle memory, but that same sort of idea. If you've got those score lines all folded and burnished into place, I then stick my mats and layers, and then it's easier once you've got them all burnished and then stuck to actually stick it all together. So that's all my score lines burnished, but we're going to leave that to one side for just a moment, because one of the fabulous things, I say one of the many fabulous things about this die set is that we also get all the mats and layers. So I'm taking a piece of paper. This is for my lovely blush pastel plaid paper pad. That should be on the shop today, so do check that out. This is a lovely 12 by 12 pad.
So is it the blush one that we still have in, Lily, I think,
I believe
isn't it?
so, yes.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it should be on the shop today. Do check that out, guys. It should be on there for you. So I'm cutting my large rectangle and then my little triangle. Cutting a couple of those out. And again, thin metal dies, your regular plate combination. With those being slightly smaller dies, those could be going through your smaller scale machines. I know we had that amazing weekday wonder earlier this week on your Gemini Midi. These would fit through there. It's just that larger worker die that you'll need your larger scale machines for. So one pass through the machine, super, super quick and easy to do. You have cut out your mats and layers, and what you'll need for this particular box that we're making, you will need 3 of your rectangles and you'll need a couple of your lovely little triangles that we've got there. But what we're going to do before we actually layer this onto our box, let's bring in some of our inks, because I love adding my inks to the edges of my cardstock to really make them pop and frame them a little bit more. Let's go ahead with our orange. That's from our water reactive range. I know, Debbie, we had some amazing opaque pigment ink pads on yesterday. So maybe you've added those to your crafty stash. Those will work a treat as well, but we're going to use one of our water reactive ink pads. Taking one of our blending tools, I'm channeling Debbie here with a square, because I do usually use the round, but I'm going with the square here. I mean, we call it square.
Do you have a preference, Lily? Do you prefer? Because I know I get asked that quite a lot. Do you like the rounded one or the square one, which we all know? We all can see it's an oblong, but we have to differentiate it. But do you have a preference, or do you like all of them?
I'll be honest, I tend to use the round, but let's be honest, it's what's closest to me. If the square one's right next to me, I'll pick that one up first. It doesn't make a massive difference. I do find that your square one is better if you're covering a large area. So if you're doing a big background and you want to lay down lots of ink quite quickly, I do find your square's a little bit better for that. But really, I'd say more than anything, it's personal preference, isn't it? Whatever you find easiest. Horses for courses, isn't it? We've got all our different applicators. I mean, we've got our finger daubers. When you want to get in those real detailed areas, those are ideal. We've got our little blending sponges too, so lots and lots of options. You'll find all of those over on the website. If you want to get into all your inky techniques, definitely do try out plenty of your different blending tools. So let's just go around this final panel, and that's going to be all of our mats and layers all inked up and ready to be stuck down onto our box. But before we go any further, definitely very, very important, let's wipe off our mat before we get inky fingerprints absolutely everywhere. You know what it's like, Debbie, when we're crafting. We don't realise we've got ink everywhere. Next thing you know,
I know. All over
fingerprint
fingers,
come
all
from?
over card, absolutely everywhere, yeah.
Does get everywhere, doesn't it? So top tip is always just give your mat a wipe down as soon as you've done your inking, and then you know you should be all good.
Yes, I do it at home, Lily. I remember it at home, but when I come here, I forget.
I have to say I don't remember it at home, I'll be honest. I can't pretend I do, because quite frankly, I'm too busy. You know, you get into the zone of your crafting, you're in the middle of an idea and you're excited to see how that idea turns out. Next thing you know, oh, inky fingerprint. But, yeah, do as I say, not as I do, for sure. But I've remembered this time around, which is always a good thing. So let's just line up our little mats and layers onto our box, just like so. Using my tape pen, you guys probably do know that I tend to use my all-purpose when I'm at home. Find it a little bit easier because I have that wiggle room, but just for speed, our tape pen will work an absolute treat.
We always say just for speed, don't we? But then we realise, we say just for speed because obviously it's a dry glue, but it's so strong.
Exactly.
We forget how strong that tape pen actually is.
It certainly is. I mean, it's great for your matting and layering, but in a moment when we pop our box together, we're actually going to use it to build our box. I mean, let's be honest, that is pretty unheard of. I don't know about you, Debbie, but I don't know any other tape pens where you dare use it for construction.
Exactly, yeah.
Definitely not. I mean,
yeah.
It's incredible.
I'm with you on that one.
Right, so what I always recommend when you're doing your boxes is always do your mats and layers while it's still flat. It's just so much easier to stick them down before you actually build that box. So all of our mats and layers are going to be stuck at this stage. And then I do say your decoration, if it's something you're adding on 3D, sometimes I'll build the box before I do that, so it can be a little bit easier to see how everything's going to fit together when it's folded together. But definitely I would say all of those mats and layers, get them glued down first and then start to build your box. So mats and layers all done, let's start to stick this together. Now we only need tape on 2 panels here, just on that one and that one. Super easy. The other 3 panels, the other 3 tabs we've got there, we don't need any adhesive on those at all. Red liner tape is ideal for this, but like we've just been saying, our tape pen is super strong, so it's going to be ideal as well for your construction. One at a time, glue one, match those 2 sides up there, and then exactly the same with your other tab along there. Very easy to build these boxes. Now these 3 tabs that we've got here, I always leave these free. You could be adding a little hook and loop dot on there. You could be adding a little magnet if you want to sort of secure that a little bit better. Then something like that onto there will be absolutely ideal. But you can see we've got our box all built up and good to go. But it's a little bit plain and boring at the moment, let's be honest. We could be bringing in all of the decoration that we've got within our die set. You can see you've got all the different panels. The beauty of this one is it's a cut-in die, but use it with one of the dies that I've just used to cut out our panels, and then it can be cut out as a separate piece. You could be bringing in all your leaves or your flowers, but for this demonstration, I'm going to use something that I was very excited came back into stock, our incredible reorder earlier this week. We're going to be bringing in some of our fabulous little cute characters. I thought we had to bring them in. I mean, look at those. Aren't they just absolutely adorable? I thought, you know what, they work perfectly with our plaid pads, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And you're right, Lily, the plaid pad is in stock as well. It's on, anybody looking for it, it's on the page 2 of the Shop the Day.
Oh, lovely.
So Rachel, God love Rachel. Not only is she doing all the comments and seeing everything else going, she's not even looking on the website for us. So thank you very much for that, Rachel.
Thank you, Rachel.
So the blush plaid pad, it's always a difficult one to say.
Yeah.
A blush
plaid.
Thank you.
Pad.
Blush. Do you know what's coming out of my mouth? Because I'm saying blush first, and I'm coming out with blush bad pad. I mean,
it's not bad.
Where is it a blush bad pad? And we still do have as well some of these beautiful animal stamps in the cute character ones. But I think I feel like I'm going back a week, but it was only on Thursday where we launched these. So absolutely, you can go and have a little look on the website to see if you can get hold of them if you missed them earlier in the week. I've been asked a question.
Yes.
Rachel sent one through. If you are using a magnet, because you mentioned magnets, Lily.
I did, yeah.
How would you affix it?
I'll be honest, I tend to go for my hot glue. I find hot glue holds it well. You can use your red liner tape, but for me, I think hot glue is the best one to go for. Yeah,
and I know our magnets are really quite strong, aren't they, our magnets?
They are.
So if you put it on with, and I only know from experience, I'm speaking here, when I put it down with red liner tape, if it's opening and closing and opening and closing, it's not going to hold it in place. We know that red liner tape is super strong, but I absolutely agree with you on that one in terms of using the hot glue gun. We've got another question, but I'll ask you that in a second because
Okay.
it's unrelated to what we're doing, but it's still a craft question. So I'll ask that in a moment for you. But yeah, loads of comments still coming in. Don't forget, guys, this is interactive. You can ask anything you want at any time. Rachel will pass them through to us. But I'm loving those cute little characters on this.
Aren't they sweet? And
They are, yeah.
all we've done is we've just coloured them with our tri-blends. Nice and easy to do. I know we've got some of our tri-blend 6-pen packs on the shop today. And what I'm doing is I've raised that gorgeous little tiger up with just the one foam pad. But for our lion, we want him sort of standing in front. So I've popped a couple of our foam pads, just a double layer onto the back of there. And he's going to be sort of standing in front of our little... Oh, it's so cute. Absolutely love those two. You might have noticed I actually stuck a couple of those extra tabs on the side. I wouldn't be doing this if I was actually gifting the box, but just as it's a sample, just to keep it a little bit more secure so it's closed, I did just stick those other couple of tabs down. But you do want to leave those two free so it opens a little bit easier with these boxes. And then just to finish it off, of course, one of the fabulous sentiments included as part of this collection, you are my pride and joy. Just pop that onto one of our nesting dies, cut that out. How super, super quick, easy and simple that is. Super cute. Shows how beautifully these dies work with other things you've got in your crafty stash. Love these papers. Love these stamps and dies. I mean, I was lucky enough to get my hands on those fabulous, cute characters. I was looking at them the other day. I was trying to decide which was my favourite set. I couldn't decide, but those, they've got to be right up there. They are super cute. Make sure you check out the homepage because I believe those cute characters are still on the homepage, but if you've not got them already, it goes to show how perfectly they work with these boxes.
Did you hear? I love it, because that is lovely, that, Lily. Thank you for that. That's lovely. Producer Dean, did you hear him?
I did.
That better not win today, because I want that for my son.
Well,
that's
Dean,
what he's
you
saying
can
in my
have it.
ear. I could hear it, and I'm like, he's a little cheeky devil, he is. Do you know
You can
what,
have it, Dean?
You could get it at that amazing price, and you
Make
could
your
take them home and
own.
make them with your little ones. You absolutely could. I'm just going to recap that deal, then go over a few more extra comments, because I really do think this is a stellar deal today, where you're not only getting the treat box and the template that allows you to create a picnic box, as well as a single box, because this will do a single box as well as a treat, the picnic one. And also it does like a 4-shaped style box as well. But you're getting the template to enable you to create that. You're also getting there what our lovely Lily's just shown you, the prism die set and the prism treat box template, in order to be able to create what she showed you right at the very beginning, where you could have it on that roll-up section. £31, $35 any day of the week without your club membership is a fantastic price for both sets. I did ask him to go and check because I was still unsure whether that was the right deal. That is a fantastic deal. 60% saving you're getting today with those two absolutely beautiful dies. And I love making boxes, and I love something that gives me creativity when making boxes, because it isn't the one-trick pony, as our Lily's just shown you, which I just think is absolutely fabulous. Now, there's a few questions coming, a few things coming in, plus some questions as well. Lynn Harrow on Facebook says that's such a cute box. It is. I love what Lily did with that, using something brand new here at Crafters Companion with those gorgeous, cute characters and adding it to those treat boxes. So that was lovely to see. Lois has said, sweet box, Lily, thank you. Michelle Harris on YouTube, she loves making boxes. Suzanne Dawn on Facebook says, yes, purchased the pad last night. Fantastic. I love using the plaids for boxes, says Anne Fleming Myers on Facebook. A couple of other questions. We've had Stacey Lou say that she needs a small guillotine, so she's toying with the Weekend Wonder, or whether or not to get that one or the Violet Studio paper trimmer. Well, they're two very different things, Stacey. So in terms of a guillotine, that's a super sharp guillotine that gives you crisp precision cuts every single time, plus it's got the scoreboard internally in that board, which I just think is fabulous. But the paper trimmer is something different. Now, we'll cut cardstock as well, but the paper trimmer is a fabulous one to have if you want to do another gutting that we talk about, where you can get in there a bit more precise. I think if I was going to be totally honest with you, Stacey, I know you're saying about space, because you're thinking about the space. The small guillotine is small. It will fit into most places under your craft desks, wherever it is that you're crafting from. It's quite a portable one as well. But if you can stretch to both, because they really do two very different jobs there. Nikki's Gill on YouTube says she's been busy this morning cutting out some embroidery dies into cards, ready to stitch in the evenings. That sounds nice,
that
doesn't
sounds
it?
lovely, yeah.
And she's kept all the little bits that came out to make multicoloured shaker elements.
Oh,
Love
fabulous.
your style, Nikki. You're a girl after my own heart. You really are. There was a question, she said it wasn't related to what you did, by Nikki, actually. She says, is there any easy way to remove the little bits that remain in the embroidery dies? So our embroidery dies, because they're the tiny ones, aren't they? She says she's tapped the die, but still some are stuck in the holes and they refuse to come out. So have you got a top tip?
I do actually, because I know exactly the ones you're talking about. And thank you, because I totally forgot I had those in my crafty stash. So I think I'll be getting mine out tonight and having a little play. Now, this is not actually my tip. This is from our fabulous Angela, who does some of the finished samples here at Crafters TV. When I was working on them at the time, I messaged her. I said, Angela, honestly, I've got these little bits all over my carpet. I'm struggling to get them all out the die. Have you got any tips? And she said, do you know what works an absolute treat? So get your die, so your face up, you've got your blade face up, get a long piece of your low tack tape and just sort of go over the top of your die. You know, like you would if you were trying to take like fluff off a jumper or something like that. Go over like that and you will pick up some of those pieces that are in the die. You won't get all of them, but you will get the worst out. And honestly, it makes a massive difference. So low tack tape over the top of your die, pick those pieces up. Honestly, it makes a massive difference. And that's not my tip. Got to say thank you to Angela for that one.
That is a fabulous, honestly it is. And someone's actually popped on here, and I think it might be our Rachel. She's put Angela is a star. She's a superstar. She's also incredibly hardworking. Someone we fail to give mentions to because she does so much behind the scenes. And so, Angela, if you're watching, thank you. That is a fabulous tip.
It is, honestly, when she said that to me, I was like, Angela, you have made my day. It makes such a difference. It really does. Give it a go, please.
Absolutely. Gillian Grady on YouTube, just add my Sheena showstopper delivered. Well done, Crafters Companion and Yodel. Only ordered it on Wednesday and she's already got it. Gillian,
incredible.
Get crafting because it's beautiful, isn't it? It was absolutely beautiful. One more question, if I may, Lily. Anne Fleming Myers on Facebook said, would you use glue instead of tape when it is so hot here in Texas? One of my greeting cards did not do so well in the car for a few hours. So obviously temperatures are soaring, especially our stateside friends have some scorchio days over there. So is there a top tip that you can give? Would you use glue instead of tape?
Definitely. I know Craig champions his tacky glue, and absolutely you can use your glue to build your boxes. If you've got a strong adhesive, so you need something like your Coral tacky glue, of course you'll find that over on the website. Because that's super, super strong, it is perfect for all of your construction. The only thing I would say is you're going to need to make sure you give it enough time to grab. The thing why we love using our tapes here on the telly is that it's quick. It's that instant grab. I know as soon as I pop a red liner tape on, it is stuck. The thing with your glue, you need to give it a moment just to dry and set. But the top tip for that is I sometimes use little wooden pegs, you know, like the ones you can get from Violet Studio. I know Corinne uses the little quilting clips that our Becky brings us. So just something to hold it into place, but your glue will work a treat. And I did forget, I have to show you. I forgot to add on my little bow to my box, so I've added on my bow, so my box is now complete. I saw this bow to the side of me, I thought, what's that doing there? I forgot to add on my little bow, so it is complete now. But yes, your tacky glue works an absolute treat for all your construction.
Thank you for that, Lily. Nikki said, thank you, Lily and Debbie, for helping me out with that. Lillian Quack on Facebook said, ha ha ha, I thought Lily was suggesting picking up all the bits from the carpet with a bit of tape.
Oh, you need a big bit of tape. Have you?
To my craft room if I can't get under it desperately. Because it's a very tight space now. So sometimes I'll take my tacky tape and I'll just go down to pick up all the bits and throw it in bin.
Wow.
So that made me laugh when I read that from Lillian, because I actually do that, Lillian. And Rachel, God love Rachel, she's in her office and she said, all I'm hearing at the mo is mama, 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 from a 1-year-old teddy outside my office door. God love you, Rachel. I don't know how you do it, Mia. I don't know how you work with a little one at the same time. Right, I'll address another question that's come in a while. I won't forget you, Ellen. So Ellen, I will come to that question in a moment. But we've got a game to get on with. I'm absolutely dreading this, I'm not going to lie. Especially if it is a geography kind of thing. So I am playing for YouTube. Oh, wait a minute. Look at me, I'm doing it again, Lily.
Oh dear.
I'm playing for Facebook today because I'm on this side of the building and our gorgeous Lily is playing for YouTube. That's the one. You'll probably have to keep reminding me throughout this show. So, are we ready, Lily? Have you got your pen ready? And
I'm
your
ready as
board?
I'll ever be.
I know, I am. And don't forget, is it 5 people on the winning team
Yes.
get £10 or $10 to spend? Is that
They
correct?
do, absolutely.
Right, this is a serious game then,
It
guys
is.
and girls. Yes, so we'll get our serious heads on and let's get playing with the first round of Where is the Gemini 2? Oh God, oh my God.
I know that's a Gemini 2 machine. Do we get a point for that?
I can't. I'm probably going to have to go a little bit close to the screen, just because it's all blurry. Lily, look at Lily. She's straight off. Let me go round.
Doesn't mean it's
Let me
right.
come round. I need to come in a bit closer.
I have made a good start though. I've got a pen that actually works, which
Hello.
is usually not the case.
Oh my God, where is that? That's not Blackpool Tower, is it?
Hey, it could be.
Oh no. Oh. Is it not in England? Thank you, Dean. That'll do.
well, it's not
That'll give me a
Blackpool.
little bit of a clue. I'm gonna say, I don't know. It looks like Blackpool Tower from here. Do you know my eyes?
Yeah.
All I can see is like a spaceship Gemini 2 floating in the sky. That's all I can see. Right, Lily, I haven't got a clue, so
Yeah.
I'm just going to apologise to everybody on Facebook right now.
I might
My
be
geography, can I just tell you, back in the day, I'm going back some years, I got a U. A U, do you know what a U is?
Debbie, I didn't even do geography.
Yes, it means that it just meant you can't even get a mark because you're absolutely rubbish, is what it meant.
Oh,
so I'm not
dear.
very good with geography. But I've put Las Vegas because I ain't got a clue. I'm just going by the
Viva
bright
Las
lights.
Vegas.
Is it? Is it really? Is it really?
Oh, get us there.
Oh my God. Well, I've never been so excited. I've never
know.
been to Las Vegas.
I'd love to go,
I know, my daughter's been, Tanya, she's been to Las
Wow.
Vegas and she said it's absolutely amazing. So it's on the bucket, you know,
Yeah.
we call it bucket list.
Well,
you know
yeah.
what I mean, it's on the list.
Like it's going to happen, you know. I've
Yeah.
never even been to the States, so, you know.
I
Maybe
know,
one
it's
day.
somewhere I've
I'd
always
love
wanted to go. Craig talks about it all the time and I keep
Oh,
thinking, oh my God, I'd love
jealous.
to go.
Very jealous.
Going to be a dream one day, but it is. Right then, so where is the Gemini 2, Lily? Oh, Lord in heaven. Can I go in close? Can I go in close? I'll be back in a minute.
I've got 2 options. Neither of them are probably right.
Oh, dear Lord. Oh, my God. I'm really going to struggle with
This is
this
quite
game.
hard, this, isn't it, Debbie?
I'm going to go with... I mean, I might be wrong, but I'll just go with what I think. Oh, where is it? Could actually be the other one, though. I can hear some shouting in my ear. Can you, Lily? I
Yeah.
have actually put Rome because I've no
Okay.
idea.
I've gone for Seattle. I were between Seattle and
Seattle?
Toronto.
Have you been to
I've
Seattle?
No idea why.
Where,
If it's Toronto, I'll be annoyed.
Charlotte, where is it?
Oh my gosh, I were miles off.
Berlin. Where's roaming question to Berlin?
Shall I tell you, I thought that was the Space Needle in the background, that.
I just looked.
dear. Everyone's saying Venice,
I just
apparently.
looked at the water and thought of all the places where water were. Apparently Dean's telling us that all the people in the chat are saying they thought it was Venice.
Oh.
That was my other toss-up, you see. I was debating
No,
when to
I
put
was
that.
miles away. I was convinced it was either Toronto or Seattle. Oh dear.
Right
Both
then,
places I've not
Lily.
been.
Question number 3.
Oh,
Where
gosh.
is the Gemini 2? Oh, good grief. I'll be back in a minute.
This is a tough game. I need to find out who's actually... Do we know who's done this game? I think it might be Sam. Sam, if it is, there's going to be stern words on Monday, believe you me. You get ready.
So somewhere in water.
Apparently we had one person agree with me on the last one. Thank you, Hannah Gosling-Smith. Great minds think alike, or maybe not.
I just don't know where to put because I'm thinking, right, I'm going to go with that then. I think I'm going to go with that.
Oh, apparently
They're all
everyone's
getting in the
this one.
comments, apparently,
That
Lily.
makes us feel a lot better, doesn't it?
Well,
Not.
I wish I'd got the comments in front of me so I
yeah.
could actually see.
Me too.
I've actually gone with Venice.
Me too.
Because I'm just looking at the water.
Isn't it?
Ah, yay! Yay! I just love I love the floating. I don't know if you've seen it close up, Lily, but have you seen the picture of the Gemini 2? And it's got like little bits of.
Yeah, it's got like like a pathway behind it, isn't it? Brilliant. They've gone to town with this game, but it's a good game. It's hard, but it's a good game.
Right, question number
What have
4,
we got
Lily.
next?
Where is Gemini 2?
Oh, good grief. Yeah.
I haven't got a
It's a
clue. But
beautiful blue sky. I can
I'm
give you
just
that.
thinking, has he faked those blue skies?
I know, it doesn't look like County Durham, that, does it?
No, it doesn't. I've gone with something I think it is, but I'm not really sure. Because are they all famous land? Are they like famous pictures? Like Charlotte, has he done like famous, recognisable pictures? That's what I'm thinking. Because I don't recognise any of these places.
Neither do I.
I mean, Las Vegas I only went because of bright lights.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I thought of. But have you got an answer?
Well, I have. It'll be wrong.
I've gone for Russia.
I've gone Moscow.
Oh, well, does that cover it? Does that cover it?
I don't know.
Is it?
Moscow?
Moscow, Russia? Well, to be fair, Lily, I've got Russia, you've got Moscow, we both got a point.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Dean.
Oh,
Excuse me, Dean.
apparently.
We'll fall out. Moscow, Russia's on there. Russia is on my board.
So do we just have to get the country, or if it's just the country, then it'd be a lot easier?
The rules are what Debbie says, Dean. That's what you need to remember. Never mind laughing, Charlotte. It's true today.
Have you ever played Play Your Crafts Right when I've been producing? Because I rule with an iron fist when I produce.
You rule with an iron fist here when you're producing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad
There's
you're
no
not
bonus
sat in the
points, no
producer's
nothing.
chair. Me and Dean, no, we're going to say yes, that's a point because it said Moscow, Russia, didn't it, Charlotte? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. So is that 3-all?
Yeah.
So this is the last question of part 1 of the quiz. Lily, where is the Gemini 2?
I'll be honest with you, Debbie, I ain't got a chuffing clue.
I'm coming in close, 'cause that
anywhere.
could be absolutely anywhere.
That's very, very hard.
Oh, good grief. We're going to have words with that, Sam. We're going to have to have words. Now, I don't know how to spell this.
Apparently people are getting it.
Lots of people are getting it. Channel it through the screen. Channel it through the screen.
Let us know.
I'm like just.
Do we get a point for beautiful beach?
Do we get discounted for spelling mistakes?
If I was producing,
okay,
yes,
because I
but
don't know
luckily
how
I'm
to
not.
spell it. Because what I've done is I've put a Y.
Oh.
But please don't come in and looking at me spelling. What have you gone for?
Jamaica.
I was going to go Jamaica. I was going to go Jamaica.
I think you're right now.
Because of the trees, and that's what I was looking at. Because my uncle Dudley, God rest his soul, was from Jamaica. So he was married to my Auntie Jean. I talk about my Auntie Jean all the time. Yeah. My Auntie Jean was married to Uncle Dudley, who came from Jamaica. Yeah. So which one is it? Let's have a look.
Right.
Is it?
Oh.
Ah.
We're both wrong.
Oh, whatty? Is that Maui?
Maui.
Maui? Maui's in Hawaii. Is Maui in Hawaii?
I haven't got a clue where it is, Debbie.
Well,
but we're both wrong.
I'll let producer Dean just have a little look. I was
next
so
to
close,
Hawaii.
Lily. I was so close.
Wow.
Oh, next to Hawaii. Oh my God. I can't believe that. I could have just edged it, Lily. I could have just edged it.
Well, I was miles away. Nearly as bad as Seattle, but not quite that bad.
Oh dear. So we end the first round of that game. What? Maui's in Hawaii?
Hey, but
Wait a minute.
she got that one for that for Russia.
Excuse me. It said Moscow,
3-all.
Russia. It said Moscow,
3-all.
Russia.
3-all.
We are going to have words.
3-all.
In fact, let me go to the pad. Let me go to the pad and see what the people are saying. See what the masses are saying out there. Hawaii, according to the whole country rule is okay. I could put United States. Well, we're not going to go there. Not doing very well today, Meredith. Neither are we, to be fair. Neither are we.
3-all. Yeah, I'm afraid the producer runs this show.
I'm just not having it. I'm just not having it. Should I just put, Sam, I need a word with you? is what she's put. It's saying 3-all. We're just going to see. We've got a break coming up soon, so we're going to have a I'm going to have a little Google. But let's not worry about it. We're amongst friends. That's the thing. We're amongst friends. I've got a little sneaky deal actually before we do go to a little bit of a break. I hope you don't mind. I'm just going to sneak this one in because producer Dean, before we started the game, said, "Debbie, can you squeeze this one in?" My wish is your command, Dean, because literally luxury A4 Christmas, or I say Christmas, cardstock.
Debbie, no. That's got to be a mistake.
Well, I'm just going to double check this. Are you telling me, Dean, all three? All three?
No.
All three for that? For £11?
Oh.
For $19?
Debbie, I know who's getting their order in between shows.
Well, I was just going to say in between shows, in between the break, I think I'm going to get some in. Oh my God. I think this is like a bit of a weekend wonder deal as well, because this is essential cardstock. This is luxury cardstock. This is your Christmas cardstock taken care of for £11 or $19 before you take off your Club Inspire. £8.80. I repeat, £8.80.
Wow.
Or $15.20. I mean, 30 sheets in one pack of your gold, your encapsulated glitter, your satin mirror card and your high shine mirror card. 30 sheets plus the 2 extras that we talk about with Craig in red, in gold and in green. Oh my God, Lily, I genuinely thought it made a mistake. Can we just say that me and Lily are not affiliated with Dean this weekend. He's just our producer. He's the one that's put that on the screen.
Yep, we don't know him.
Just because I think there's been a mistake made there. But what I'm going to tell you is, run, don't walk to the website and get hold of your fabulous luxury cardstock. It's absolutely amazing. What a cracking deal. I've never seen Lily with a flabbergasted. I've never seen a mouth just drop to the floor. That's the first time I've seen that reaction from Lily. If that's come from Lily, that just shows you how fantastic this deal is. This is essential cardstock. This isn't cardstock that we're retiring. This is cardstock that lives within our Crafty Core stash of cardstock, like the multi-purpose, like the craft card, like the black cardstock. This is always there year in, year out. And it retails, can I just tell you, it retails for $9.99.
It does, a pack.
For one pack.
And I'll be really honest with you, Debbie. Through in the office at my desk, I've got a pack of the silver and I've got a pack of the gold that I ordered last week and has just arrived. And I paid $9.99 for both of those packs. No word of a lie.
Right, so we'll move swiftly along from there. This is the benefit of joining us at a weekend, because honestly, this is absolutely fantastic. And like I said, take advantage, if you are in Club Inspire, of that fabulous deal in the Platinum Club. But for those people that haven't got a clue what we're talking about, here's the boss to explain that little bit more about our Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
I have to tell you, every single person works tirelessly behind the scenes, and I can't just give a shout out to one person, because for me it has to be John, Tracy and Jake.
Going to give a shout out to our backstage hero, and I'm actually going to say heroes. It has got to be our product coordination team. It's got to be.
Because without those 3 people, when we're on air, we wouldn't be able to function like we do. They make sure we have everything we need, right from the samples to the product to having a drink of water throughout the show. They really look after us.
You see us day in, day out, 7 days a week, live on TV. We're crafting away. We're hopefully inspiring you. Every single card, every single product, every single tool that we touch has come from product coordination. Those guys are the unsung hero. They're there making sure we have the products, we have the inks, we have the tools, we have everything that we need. We have the power to actually work our Gemini ranges. The smooth running of behind the scenes of Crafters TV is all down to our product coordination team.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. Shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Are we in trouble or are we all right? Should be coming in. Should be coming. What does that exactly how he looks?
This is awesome! This is awesome!
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on catch up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
And I watch you every day, and it's just what really gets you through when you're really at rock bottom.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
I'm just having a little laugh at some of the comments coming through, Lily, about the game. Actually, though, some comments coming about the amazing, because this is the first thing they did. The minute the mics went down, me and Lily went, what?
Yeah.
What? With that cardstock, which a lot of people agree with. Crafty Stacey Lou on YouTube says, got me some bargain Christmas card. It is beyond a bargain. We were just debating that beforehand. We were saying we think the guys have lost the plot. It's clearly a weekend. You can tell it's clearly a weekend. And literally, what a great price, Julie Barlow says on YouTube. I don't need it, but I might just get it. Seriously, it's a we need card to create with, and you couldn't ask for anything more finer, especially with the makes that you're making over Christmas. And if you make to sell, the amount that you make, that's a great Christmas colour selection, but it's colour selections that you'll use every day of the year. So it's an absolutely brilliant one there. Anna Gosling-Smith, this makes me laugh. Gonna have to say this.
Go on.
I give you Hawaii. Thank you, Anna. But I wouldn't have given you Russia.
See, that it sort of averages out. We'll give you one.
It does. Betty Weaver on YouTube, just saying you don't include the island name when addressing envelopes.
Oh,
So yeah, so maybe that's what Shania wants to word with Sam for. We'll tell Sam on Monday. We'll let him know. But yes, it's absolutely fabulous. So thank you for all those comments. Keep them coming in. We've got more deals to get through in this little sneaky peek. Play your craft right. Yes, it's a bit of fun. Yes, there's a game involved in there as well. But it also is about some amazing deals and some things that are coming up later on in the show. Don't forget, at 2 p.m. UK time, 9 a.m. Eastern time, 6 a.m. Pacific time, we've got the Craft Along with the 12 Days of Christmas. So we've got lots of lovely things in that show for you. And later on tonight at 6 p.m. UK time, 1 p.m. Eastern time and 10 a.m. Pacific time, we have got an occasion special, which I know I'm really excited about. However, let's get started with another great deal for you on a little bit of stamps, dies and a little bit of decoupage thrown in there as well, because we have got another great saving for you on this deal, a 60% saving. Any day of the week, I think, is fabulous, Lily. It really is. £29 or $33.90. But look at the saving. Look at the lowest you're going to go to. And when you see what I'm about to show you, £23.20 or $27.12 is an amazing price on some amazing things like the delicate... I feel like I've started this on a purpose. Delicate Lily.
Oh.
Just like our lovely delicate lily over in the
not
corner.
sure about that, but you know, we'll take it.
The lovely stamp that you're getting on here allows you to build up your decoupage elements because you've got the fabulous dies that cut out, and these cut precisely. They're like a precise cut, so to get that lovely effect with your decoupage when you're layering up means the world of difference, which I know Lily will go through with you in a second. But you are literally able to create the most beautiful, beautiful lily and layer that up to your heart's content, decoupage it with your foam pads, with your 3D chunky glue, whatever it is that you want to decoupage it with. So that's your first set, your delicate lily. One of my favourites, because it always reminds me of my grandma and my granddad, which is the lovely lilac. Down at the bottom of their garden, that's what they had in their garden, and it just gives me lovely fond childhood memories. But another beautiful set where you've got the stamps, you've got the dies, and then you build it up and create that decoupage element, which again, absolutely brilliant. Then you've got the timeless carnation, another one of my favourites. I love a carnation, but you've got the stamps and the dies, and then you build up and create that lovely decoupage element in terms of your layers that you can see just there. Then we've also got the radiant rose. So that's not 1, not 2, 3, but 4 up to now with the radiant rose, exactly the same, stamps, dies, decoupage those layers. And then lastly, we have got the fragrant sweet pea. Always a beautiful flower when you see them in the real life, but you've got all the elements there to build up and create those lovely decoupage pieces where you're building that up. It's a fabulous price, £29.33, $90. You are saving 60% today, and then you take off your club membership, and the lowest you go to there in the purple box if you're in Club Platinum or brand new to Club Inspire today, £23.20 or $27.12. And I can't wait to see what you've got planned with these, Lily, so over to you, my lovely.
Oh, I'm very pleased that you've just said your favourite is the lilac, because that's exactly what we're going to use for this demonstration. Absolutely love this stamp and die set, no pun intended with it being a lovely lilac. These are actually so easy to work with. Perhaps you've never used matching stamps and dies before. I think this collection is the perfect way to start because they're not that sort of perfect match, and we'll see in just a moment what I mean. What we mean by that is that the stamp is actually slightly larger than the die. It's usually the other way around. It's usually the die that's ever so slightly larger than the stamp, but in this instance, you've got that stamp a little bit larger, which means you don't actually even need to line up your dies and your stamps perfectly to get that perfect finished result with these. Now, so often, it's one of those questions we get asked time and time again. Do you stamp first and then die cut, or do you die cut first and then stamp? I tend to stamp then die cut, but different with these. I find it easier to actually die cut first and then stamp over the top, which is what we're going to do right now. So let's take our gorgeous leaf die, and what you'll notice is you've got that open area where those veins are in the centre. That's going to emboss that detail into the middle. And what you could do is you could actually use most of these dies within the collection actually without any of the stamps at all. You don't have to bring the two together if you don't want to. What you could be doing is just die cutting this gorgeous leaf, leaving that die in position in your cardstock, and then just bringing out some of your inks and just inking through and using that die as a stencil, not even using the stamps at all. The same sort of idea, you could be using the stamps on their own without the dies. So you've got lots of different options, 3 sort of combinations, main sort of combinations straight off the back when it comes to these. Now, with this being a smaller die, of course, perfect for your smaller machines, but if like me you're using your larger plates, then just run it through and reverse it back out. There's no need to run that all the way through your die cutting machine because you don't need to at the end of the day. So you can see we've got that gorgeous die cut design, and all I've done is I've die cut that from some of our green card, just some fairly thin green cardstock there, double-sided as well. It's a lot easier, perhaps you're not confident with your colouring, by die cutting from a coloured cardstock rather than from your white. It makes it a lot easier in terms of adding on your colour. You're not starting from that white base, so it's a lot less daunting if you like. Now, because with these, with the stamps, it actually covers that full design, so we've not really got any space to add our magnets. So what I do is I use a little bit of my dotty tape pen, just a tiny little bit on the back of my die cut there, and actually stick that into position onto my stamping platform. Now all we need to do is line up our stamp, but super easy because it's slightly larger than our die, so we don't even need to line it up perfectly. I just look for that centre vein, try and line that up roughly with the middle of my leaf, but I'm not worrying about it, I'm not stressing, I'm not thinking I need to get it absolutely perfect. This is just about adding that texture onto our leaf. It's not about getting a really crisp stamped impression, it's just about adding in some of those veins. So I'm not even going to be worried if I don't stamp this perfectly. I think that sort of adds to that more realistic, more natural look with these. Inking up using one of our alcohol-proof inks, because we are going to add some of our pen on in just a moment. And I did say you don't need to worry about it stamping out perfectly, but at the end of the day, it's one of our Crafter's Companion stamps, so of course it stamps out beautifully. And you can see that stamp line extends to the very edge of that leaf, with that stamp being that slightly bit bigger than the die cut itself, so it really is super forgiving. Like I say, if you've never used matching stamps and dies before and you're a little bit concerned about lining them up and whether that's going to be difficult to do or not, then this is a very forgiving place to start. So we've got our design all die cut and all stamped, but it looks ever so slightly flat, so let's add in a little bit of shading, a little bit of depth and dimension. So bringing in a piece of scrap paper just to protect our surface underneath, and let's start to add in some shading. So going in with one of my tri-blends, and like I mentioned earlier, these should be on the Shop the Day page. I know we've got some of the individual packs of 6 with our tri-blends. And what we have with tri-blends is we've got almost like 3 pens in one. So you've got your dark, your medium and your light shades all in that one pen. Very, very easy to get those realistic shaded results by just using that one pen. And here we're using this gorgeous dull green, which I have to say is my most used of all the greens. And I'm not being really particular, I'm not being precise. I'm literally just scribbling over where we've got those veins on that stamped image to add in that little bit of texture, that extra bit of depth and dimension. Not being precise like let's be honest, I usually am, just adding that depth onto there. And it's as easy as that to start to layer in those colours. Doing exactly the same with another stamped and die cut again, so we've got a couple of leaves all good to go. Same sort of idea with our gorgeous lilac itself. So what we've done is we've actually die cut first and then stamp the detail onto there using some of our purple card, and let's start to add in a little bit of shading. So I'm going to colour in this stem first. We've got like the stalk at the bottom here, and to do that let's bring in our tan shades from our tri-blends once again and start to add in that depth and dimension. All it is a case of doing is just bringing in those colours, starting to add more depth, more sort of light and shade onto our image. But because we've stamped and die cut onto coloured cardstock, it makes it a lot quicker and easier. We're not starting from that white base, so it makes it a really simple process to come together. So let's just go in with that darkest, and then we're going to bring in our lavender blend and start to do exactly the same with our flowers.
That looks beautiful, Lily.
Super
really
easy
beautiful.
Though. Super, super easy. Love it.
And it just shows you, because the stamps and they do all the hard work for you, really.
Absolutely.
You just get that little creative flow going there by adding those little bits of dimension that you're adding in there with your darker pens. But absolutely gorgeous, and it really just shows you how, and the detail as well, the level of detail in them are absolutely fabulous. Very realistic, aren't they?
They certainly are, and I love the fact that you've got such a range of different flowers. I think everyone's going to look at this collection and we're all going to have our favourite flowers, aren't we, in there. I know for me it's got to be the sweet peas. For me, sweet peas bring an awful lot of memories back. I remember growing up, we always had them in the garden. I just remember the smell of them. They smell absolutely gorgeous as they're blooming. And I know if my mum's watching, she'll know that I'm thinking of a story that she always tells. The day that I was born, many, many moons ago now, my mum actually went out into the garden and picked a little bouquet of fresh sweet peas. So she always says that sweet peas are a reminder of the day that I was born.
Aww.
Yeah, it's just those little memories, isn't it? And I think flowers are connected to so many memories, because we've all have, you know, flowers in our gardens or maybe in parks or on walks that we remember growing up. And I know especially for me, a lot of different flowers can bring back real quite strong memories, which I think is lovely.
Yeah. My grandma and granddad lived on the back of Northern General Hospital at Sheffield.
Oh,
She'll know
it very
Lily.
well.
Yeah, we've been a Sheffield girl. But yeah, on the bottom of their garden, because they had a shed and they had one of those. My granddad had do you know the old fire burners where you used to put them in the bin and they'd fire?
Oh, yeah.
But right at the bottom of the garden, they had lilacs, and I remember clearly. I mean, they just evoke such a strong memory. Certain flowers evoke strong memories of much loved family members that are no longer with us, and childhood memories that is nice to recap and nice to reminisce, and always makes me very thoughtful. And you know, like, and grateful for all those times as well, because we don't appreciate them when we're that little, do we?
We don't,
It's when
no.
we're older that we do, and I love that. That flower just definitely reminds me of them. It really does.
Yeah, it's gorgeous, isn't it? And
Absolutely
I
beautiful.
think so many things like that are so important. So maybe it's going to be a scrapbook page. Maybe you've got photos or memories. You're going to be adding these onto a scrapbook page. That will work an absolute treat. We can see how quickly and easily these start to come together. But let's leave those to one side for just a moment and start to build together our card. Now, Debbie, we were talking about paper pads yesterday, and I've been through some of my old stash. This is an old relic, this one, blimey. This is Floral Fantasy.
I recognise that one.
Absolutely love this one. It's pearlised, double-sided. Oh, it's just absolutely
we need to
gorgeous.
talk. We actually need to pin Leanne down and tell her that we want some more pearlised printed cardstock, because that is absolutely. It's always been one of my whole-time favourites.
Yeah.
I think we brought it out over a birthday event.
I think we did a few
2 or 3
years ago.
years ago now,
Yes. But last year we did some pearlised for our birthday, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
What was it? Beginning of spring.
That's right,
and
yeah.
Timeless winter.
Yep.
I've got literally a few sheets left knocking about. Not very much at all. I absolutely love those. But anything with a pearl finish, I think, is just beautiful. And it does work nicely with your flowers, doesn't it? I know that that's obviously not a lilac in the background, but it's all going to work together perfectly. Then we've got another sheet from that same pad, just a slightly different design, but obviously in keeping with that same colour tone. And we've just done the same and matted and laid that onto some of this gorgeous purple cardstock that we've got here. It's the same cardstock that we've used for our flowers, so that we know that everything is going to match together absolutely beautifully. Let's just pop that on there for a bit of depth and dimension. Now I've got a frame that I've die cut. This is one of our lovely...
oh, I recognise that one.
Oh, Ditzy rectangle frame.
Yeah, it's from the nesting framed dies, isn't it?
It certainly is. They might still be on the website, but if not, just any old nesting die will do. Now, layering that onto there, and here we've used some of our Centura pearl. We could pop that onto there, but I feel that gets a little bit lost. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring in just a little bit of vellum, literally a scrap of vellum, to dilute that background down. And doesn't that make a big difference? It makes it stand out a lot more. And I love using my vellum for stuff like this. Vellum for me is one of those go-to items. I love using vellum on my cards. It gives you that lovely soft look. Having this onto white would be a little bit stark. We still want that colour behind. So just using that vellum allows us to still see that lovely design behind, but just allows our flower to still take centre stage, which is what it's all about at the end of the day. So a little bit of our tape pen on the back of there, and that's just going to secure our vellum onto our frame. And then, you know, I do love my dimension for my cards. So we're going to bring in some of our 3D foam here. This is this nice thin one, so it's going to fit in perfectly. We're not going to see any of that tape behind our little die cut detail that we've got there. So a few lengths of this. This should be on the website, this being our 10 metre. It's fabulous for your shakers, of course. I've got a few demos lined up using shakers. It would not be a day without with me demonstrating if there was no shakers. I think I've actually got 2 lined up for tonight's show. I got a little bit shaker happy, shall we say. So don't worry, shakers are coming up. So if you're worried about me and thinking, oh, there's no shakers, is she feeling all right? Don't worry, guys, they're coming up later. Craft along isn't a shaker like, but masterclass, we've got a couple all good to go. So just peeling the backing off. Obviously, with this not being a shaker, we don't need that continuous wall of adhesive onto there. We just need to make sure we've got enough that it's going to be nice and sturdy, and it's not going to have a saggy middle or anything like that, which is never a good thing. Let's just line that up then. So it's central, left and right, top and bottom. Try and get it nice and straight and even, but it's not so early. It's midday now, so we should be all right. The eyes should be awake. Got that onto there. Doesn't that look pretty? Love the fact that we can kind of see the paper behind, but it's just diluted down a little bit more. Now you do have some additional stamps and dies that you can use to really decoupage that flower up, but for this card I'm going to keep it super simple, and we're just going to go in with that base layer, but we're going to add a little bit of shape. So I'm just literally curling around our edges of our flowers to give that bit of dimension, and then we're going to stick that onto there. Interestingly, if you have a look at the packet, they've actually done it as a hanging flower, which I think looks really quite sweet. So they've got it growing downwards. Different effect with that, of course, you can go for different looks and feels. But I think traditionally, I might be wrong, I think they usually grow upwards, don't they, Debbie? Or is the packaging right? I'm not sure. But we're going to go for one that's sort of growing upwards. But, I mean, you could turn this into a different flower. I'm thinking this could be a hydrangea, maybe. Or a buddleia. I'm thinking it could maybe work as a buddleia. I mean, I'm acting like I know anything about gardening.
I was just going to say, Lily, your flower knowledge then. It's absolutely brilliant.
It could be all wrong, Debbie. I mean, it sounded right. I mean, I have to say, I love flowers.
I love them.
I love flowers,
I wish I were green-fingered. I tried it
Yeah.
once and killed them all. So it's just trees in the garden now. But I love flowers. I think it's just something peaceful and tranquil about being surrounded by lovely nature like the flowers.
Absolutely. It's quite funny because some of you guys at home will know I'm planning, well, I'm not planning, I am moving in a few months' time. And I was saying to someone, oh, you know, I'm so looking forward to having a garden. It's the thing I don't like about being in a flat, not having a garden. They went, oh, I didn't realise you garden. I said, no, I want to sit out in the garden. I got time to be gardening, too busy in my craft room. But yeah, I love looking at pretty flowers. I love crafting with flowers. I love having flowers in the house. Do I know anything about gardening? No, certainly not. Oh dear. But
It's what everybody says though about with crafting, because my Auntie Jean, God rest her soul, she was the same. Anything with a flower and a butterfly, usually.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were the two main things that she used to be drawn to whenever she looked at a collection, or
Yes.
you know, anything that had florals on, and then obviously the butterflies for her mistakes, as she used to call them.
Oh, yeah.
To cover the mistakes up. But always being a firm favourite for years now in the crafting world, not just here at Crafters Companion, but across the board. Most of the companies that are out there are all obsessed with flowers, because we've done an awful of a good flower in the world of craft.
we do.
Love this, Lily. This is
I'm
looking
not being
beautiful.
funny, but do you know anyone who doesn't like flowers? I mean,
I'll be totally honest, no.
you don't, do you? You just don't come across someone who doesn't like flowers. It's just not a thing.
No.
So they work for so many different occasions, whether it's going to be a happy occasion, whether it's going to be a slightly more sombre occasion, they work for absolutely everything. And to get such a range of different flowers in this collection is just fabulous. And just to finish this off, we've just got a little sentiment, just a little foiled sentiment that I had in my crafty stash. Lots of love, trimmed into a little banner shape. I'd have to say I love trimming the ends of my sentiments like that. And I think that will do. Quite simple, quite quick and easy. It's
beautiful.
But just goes to show how gorgeous those lovely decoupage flowers are.
Yeah,
But easy to work with.
absolutely gorgeous. That really is beautiful, Lily. Just beautiful, and gorgeous colour. The colour tones that you use there with that gorgeous paper is absolutely amazing. I love that. Absolutely gorgeous. I'll do a quick recap. I've got a couple of questions and a couple of comments that I'm going to go through, and then I think we'll get on with that second final part of the game. So just to recap that fabulous deal, £29, £33.90. Take a look at that Club Platinum price, because the lowest that you're going to go to there today is £23.20 or $27.12, which I just think is amazing for exactly what you're getting here. You can keep them simple. If you don't want to do the layers, you don't have to do the layers. You can if you want, but I just think this is gorgeous. Starting with that lovely lilac that our Lily did, where you've got all the elements to create these. The delicate lily is a beautiful flower in itself. You're also getting the timeless carnation with the stamps and the dies there. The radiant rose, that is my favourite flower. I've always been a huge fan of roses. And then the fragrant sweet pea. So in total, 5 sets, but an amazing collection at an amazing price. I think again, that's the lowest I've ever seen it, to be able to achieve lots of different looks, because don't forget those stamps can be used independently as well as obviously they've been designed to build up layers for your decoupage, which again, absolutely incredible. I'm just going to recap one more deal for you, because we have a new deal this weekend, which is our Weekend Wonder. Woohoo! I love that. Weekend Wonder should have its own theme title there. Should have a bit of music for a bit of drama there. But it is our smallest of our guillotines. Let's make no mistake though, it goes up to 8 3/4 inches by 6 1/4 inch. It's got an integrated scoreboard in there, so it's not just a guillotine, there's a scoreboard in there with a scoring tool as well. You've got a safe finger guard, you've got imperial and metric, so centimetres and inches, easy grip handle, hardened stainless steel blade. Remember that. This is a blade. This is a guillotine. This is not a paper trim, it's a guillotine. And absolutely an amazing tool. But today, for that price that you see on the screen of £30 and $50, you are getting not only the guillotine with the scoreboard incorporated into it, but you're getting this 36 double-sided sheets of the Sarah Signature Frosty and Bright, which has got those amazing colour palettes in. If you've never seen them before, absolutely stunning. 36 sheets. 36 sheets, Lily, one of the largest that we do in our collection. So for the price that you see on the screen, then minus off your Club Inspire, if you log in and you go onto the website and you log into your account, it'll automatically deduct whatever level you're at. So if you're bronze, it'll do the 5%, the silver, it'll do the 10, and so on. The lowest you'll pay today, though, for the Club Platinum, or if you're brand new and sign up today, is £24 or $40. Is it $40 that, Dean, from where I'm looking? I'm struggling to see that bottom one. Thank you very much. And you're also getting double points as well. Weekend Wonder, an amazing deal for a craft essential tool and a little consumable that we've thrown in there for you as well. That's a fabulous deal. Me and Lily both massive fans of that when we saw that. A couple of little comments I just want to go over. There's a couple of questions as well, Lily, if you don't mind. But we have had Sean Sanderson on Facebook is saying, stunning card.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart.
Totally agree. It's absolutely beautiful. Laurie Barnett on Facebook, good morning. Just woke up. It's 4 a.m. here in Arizona. I might fall back asleep. I hope we haven't sent you to sleep, Laurie. I hope we're keeping you nice and wide awake. She's just put, Lily, this flower is coming to life. It's going to be a beautiful card.
Oh, thank you so much, Laurie. Lovely to have your company, sweetheart.
Sissy has said beautiful cardstock, referring to the gorgeous cardstock that you use. We have some amazing cardstocks. That would work with anything with those colour tones as well that you might have in your crafty stash. Also as well, Sissy, she overslept. She's missed part of her daily CC fix. You haven't missed much, to be fair. You missed about an hour and 15. Missed a bit of a game, the first part of the game, which you've
not missed much there, believe us.
No, you haven't missed much. Francis Wiles on YouTube, my first time watching, so a new viewer. I love this. Woohoo! We should have a little sound saxon in that. Yeah, definitely. So Francis, first time watching yourselves on the weekend, always only get to watch on replay. So she's watching us live for the first time. And commenting, what have I been missing? Hugs. Well, hugs back to you, Francis. Thank you for joining us. I'm so pleased you've been able to join us live today. You haven't missed much. We've done a couple, Lily's done a couple of demos, but you haven't missed much. We've got loads lined up for the rest of the day, so do stay tuned. Now, I've had a couple of questions. Kim Rice on Facebook has said, anyone know what the biggest box is that you can make with A4 cardstock?
Well, a little bit like how long's a piece of string. It depends how deep that box is going to be.
Yes.
So A4 cardstock width-wise is 8¼ inches. So it depends how deep your box is going to be. If you're going to have an inch deep, your largest it can be is 6¼ inches square. It depends if it's going to be square, it depends if it's going to be rectangular, and it depends on your depth. So it does just depend on those variables.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Lily. Sean said about the cardstock, he's got 3-pack of each of the cards, still buying more at this price. I'm not going to recap that one for you.
Sounds very familiar.
We are definitely going to recap that deal for you. The other question that I had was about wet glues, and I'm just going to see if I could go back to it because I do apologise. I think it was Ellen Patterson. Yeah, Ellen Patterson on Facebook. Could you explain the difference between all of the wet glues that we do, please? So we do whole-purpose, tacky, and I'm going to call it because chunky glue is wet, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So our 3D cloud glue is wet. Lily's just going to give you a very brief rundown before we get kick started into the second part of that game. So Lily, could you explain the difference for our lovely Ellen?
I'll be honest, it's one of those we could go on and on and on and on about it for hours, and we have done glue schools in the past, so make sure you do check out the catch-up on glue schools, because I know a lot of the guys here have talked in lots of detail about our different glues. For me, like Debbie's just said, 3 sort of main wet glues, part of that Floral family. You've got your tacky, you've got your all-purpose, and you have got your chunky glue or your 3D glue gel. First up, 3D glue gel is basically like your foam pad, so it's like your 3D adhesive, but as a glue. So whenever you want something that's going to be stuck down with height, with dimension, that 3D glue gel is the one to go for. The beauty of that is, yes, it's like some silicone glues that you'll see on the market, but it's silicone free. So you've not got that horrible, let's be honest, odor on that one. I know some people can't use silicone for certain reasons. You've not got any silicone in that glue, and it's perfect for all of your 3D sort of gluing, but it's super strong as well. You can stick your ribbons, you can stick your bows, your embellishments with that as well. Next up, super strong is our tacky glue. Sort of clue is in the name. Anything that I always say it's a little bit more tricky to stick, this is a fabulous one to go for. It's fast drying, but you do still have a little bit of wiggle room with this one. You can use it on fabrics, you can use it on your buttons, on your bows, on anything like your tricky cardstocks, like your mirror card, your coated card, your Centaur Pearl, your glitter card. This sticks like an absolute dream. Low water content on this one means that even if you've got, let's be honest, quite cheap thin paper, it's not going to buckle and bend and warp that cardstock. So it's ideal for all of your thinner papers as well. Then finally, last up, my favourite one, it's the one that we use, well, I use all the time for all of my matting and layering at home. That is your all-purpose. Again, clues in the name, it's all-purpose. You've got a little bit of wiggle room on that one, but it is a solvent-based glue. So that means is the official line, I mean, we were talking about this yesterday, is that if you're gluing anything like that's coated, so like your Centaur Pearl, like your glitter card or your mirror card, we do recommend your tacky. Because the thing with the solvent-based glue is it can strip the coating off your cardstock if you get it where you don't want it. So we say for any of your normal cardstock, matching and layering, your all-purpose is brilliant, but your tacky glue for your more tricky cardstocks. Hopefully that helps, but if not, check out some of our Crafters TV archives and have a look at our glue schools. I always say I'm an adhesive geek, I love all my different glues, but they've all got different uses, so you need them all in your crafty stash.
Thank you, Lily. Absolutely. So I hope that answered your question, Ellen, sorry, because that was a great little breakdown there. Talking of which, you just mentioned cardstock with a luxury cardstock. We've got a fabulous deal. The only reason I'm bringing this back in, I still feel like this is a weekend wonder deal. This is an amazing deal that's been going off the charts. Dean's been telling me just how many have been selling today, so I'm just going to give you a little heads up because this is meant to last us the whole weekend, I believe, or today at least. However, the price that you're seeing on the screen is not a mistake. We've double, triple, quadruple checked for you. £11. So for £9.99 for the one, you're going to pay £1 and a penny more, because that's basically what it is. £1 and a penny more, not only to get the red, but you're going to get the green and you're going to get the gold of our luxury cardstock, our mixed cardstock of 10 sheets of encapsulated glitter cardstock. It does not shed. It will not shed. I promise you, you can put it through its paces, it does not shed. You've got high shine mirror card in there, and you've also got, I refer to it as the satin card, but we call it the matte mirror, but it's for me it's a satin, it's got a lovely satin finish. 10 sheets of each, plus as our Craig always mentions, these two are the additional ones that are in there, the little taster ones. So you get a little bit more for your money there. But come on, look at the price, Lily, £11 or $19 today is amazing. Club membership off that, and the lowest you're going to go to, yes, £8.80 or $15.20. It's a stonking, amazing weekend deal. I say weekend, we'll call it a Saturday, what can we call it? Saturday Superstar deal.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
what we call
love
it. Because it's absolutely fantastic. It's essential cardstock. Oh my God. Any time, any day of the week, I would pay £9.99 for this because it's beautiful. But to get it all for £1 and a penny more, 2 packs of it for £1 and a penny more than what you would do normally on the website, truly, truly amazing. And that's why it's been literally flying out of the doors. I genuinely mean that. That is one of the best deals that I've ever seen that cardstock on. Now, keep your questions coming in. We've got about 40 minutes left, but we've got to get the rest of the game done. And it's part 2 of Where is the Gemini 2? Our lovely Lily is playing for YouTube. I am playing for Facebook. Right now, we are currently on 3-all, questionably. Not bitter. Are you ready, Lily, to play part 2 of the game? I mean, that's exactly my reaction, Lily. I'm totally honest. The pair of us are surprised we've got 3 each.
We were.
We are so surprised. But Charlotte, are you ready? Let's go.
Let's do it.
Where is the... Oh, my God.
Oh, apparently Dean knows
wait a minute. I think I might recognise... Oh,
apparently it's easy, I ain't got a
I think I
clue.
might recognise that one. Let me just have a little look.
Oh.
Is this in our country? This is not in our country.
Oh.
No, it's not in our country,
I ain't got a
Dean.
clue.
I think that is...
I literally have not got a clue.
I think it's where my daughter's just been. I think. Wait a minute, where did she go? I think I forgot where she went. I can't remember. Oh, where's Tasha when you need her?
I'm trying to think. Has Debbie told me where her daughter's been and I can't remember?
Well,
I don't know where that is.
her partner took her for her birthday and she went over that bridge. It actually looks like a bridge where we live, well, where I say we live, where my other daughter lives. It looks like a bridge down there. That's why I had to go up close to the screen. No, that's where she wants to live, Dean. No, that's where she wants to live in Brighton, but no. I would talk about something else. Actually think, is it Holland?
That's a country. Amsterdam?
Well, that's what I was going to put, but is Amsterdam's in Holland, is it?
Amsterdam.
Yeah, because that's where she went, and she went over that bridge because it's a famous landmark, isn't it? Where they go over the bridge, and everybody takes photos when they're over it. If that's... Oh, it is Amsterdam, Netherlands. Oh, now then, am I allowed that point?
No.
What? Lily? Harsh. That's where she went, Holland, and that's where it was, but I'll let you have that one. I can hear the people on Facebook
I don't know
screaming.
how I got that, Debbie. I don't know how I got that right.
I like how it's 4-3 now, mister, when my wire, whatever it is in a way.
Right, come on, next one.
Yeah, let's... Get stuffed, Mr. Dean, producer. It said Moscow, Russia. We're not going to go there. Me and you are going to come to fisticuffs.
Hey, we
are going to come to fisticuffs, let me just tell you now. But I will let you have that one, Lily. I will let you have that one. I should have put Amsterdam because that's exactly where she went. But there you go. Next one. Are you ready, Lily? Oh, good God.
Hey, that
Wait
was
a minute.
like 3 different photos.
I'm going to have to go a little bit closer just because I want to see something on the screen. Let me see if I can come... It's cracking me up seeing those Gemini too.
For me, it's like the little track marks it's got behind it. It must have took hours for him to do that.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Now then, what are we having to put for this? Are we having to put...
City.
The city. Well, why did nobody tell me that at the beginning? I thought it was a place where it was.
City, yeah.
I've absolutely no idea where that is.
For me, that really doesn't look like a real photo. And obviously, I know the Gemini's not actually there.
Has it got the...
But the grass doesn't look right. Oh my gosh.
So I thought that this is...
I think it's quite obvious, but I think
probably spelt this wrong as well, but I ain't got a clue what city it's in. I've no idea. Well, I think...
Apparently, Debbie's already guessed it. I can't remember. I'm clearly completely wrong.
You what, love?
Oh.
Because I've put where I think that I think one of the landmark things is, but I don't know where it is.
If I've changed this to the wrong thing, I'm going to be absolutely fuming with myself. You watch. Right, so, what are you going for?
So are you ready? Because I've put Leaning Tower of Pisa and I've put Rome because I ain't got a clue where it is.
Well, originally I put Pisa and now I've gone for Rome.
Oh.
So if it's Pisa, I'm going to be very, very annoyed.
Well, I put pizza.
Pisa. Oh, chuffing heck. How annoying.
I did say forgive me spelling. Now then. I put pizza on mine. Because that's the Leaning Tower of Pisa, isn't it? It's been really blinking harsh today with me, isn't it? Get off me pizza. Get off me pizza. That's the point. I put pizza on my back. It was on there, black and white.
Well, what I'm having the point. Right.
I'm having the point, Dean, because you wouldn't let me have the Holland, which is technically is there. I'm having that point.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I had
Debbie, I didn't get a point. I did, but I rubbed it off.
You what, love?
I put Pisa, but I rubbed it off.
Yeah, but you didn't fizz. If we go and do a Stewards inquiry, and is it the VAR? Is that what they call it? Where they go back and look at the polls? You say I had pizza on there. I might have spelt it a pizza. Well, I did put Rome underneath it. Because I didn't know where it were. That's not fair. That's just not fair. Okay, then it's still 4-3.
Oh, Debbie.
I'm not
Look
happy.
at that.
I'm not happy. Oh, God, James.
I know, this is hard.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God, I haven't got a clue.
Land.
Where's that?
It's very arid, isn't it? Very arid landscape.
Oh, do you know? Right, I'm going with what I think it might be. No doubt, Dean is going to overrule me yet again. I don't know if it's the city. Did you not hear me at the beginning of the game? I got geography, U. I got a U. I didn't get a grade in the geography, so I don't know. And me and Lily both said, didn't we, Lily? We're not very well travelled.
No.
We're not very well travelled. Have you heard him? Have you heard him?
I have.
So I have put Athens. Because I haven't got a clue
Well,
where it is, but it just looks a bit.
I don't know why I want to put this, but I put Jerusalem. I ain't got a clue why.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh.
Yay! Now,
Go,
you're not
Debby.
telling me I can't have that point because I haven't put Greece.
No.
4-all. Whew, I feel like I've been vindicated now. I feel like everything's okay. Can you tell me when I say I don't get competitive in this game?
I know.
I think I'm telling
She
a little
was
bit of a Pinocchio there.
We were talking
bit
yesterday,
Pinocchio.
and she goes to me, "Are you competitive?" I says, "Yes, I'm incredibly competitive." She goes, "Oh, I'm not very competitive." Is this the same woman? She's not competitive, guys, not at all.
Have we got any more? Is that the 9th question?
Oh,
is this
it's a
it?
decider.
This is it. Now,
This is
Lillian,
gonna be
can I just tell you, Lillian will be absolutely, she'll be doing cartwheels because she said if it's a draw, we both win. Let's see if we can get a draw for
It's gonna be
Lillian.
rock hard, this one, I tell you.
Is there two
Oh,
more
it's two
questions?
more.
I thought we were done, Lily.
Oh, Debby.
my God! Hang on a minute.
I don't know where it is.
Dear Lord. I've no idea. Lily, that's not even a good picture.
It's not, is it?
Oh.
Can't they be anywhere, Northern Lights?
No. Well, aren't Northern Lights anywhere?
Yeah, I thought they could be
because that
anywhere.
looks like the Northern Lights, but well, a little bit like the Northern Lights. But where is the Northern Lights?
Because it can be anywhere, because we had it a few years back, I'm sure we did.
Did you?
Yeah.
I ain't got a clue. I don't know.
Oh, I think I do know, but I can't think.
No.
I think I did know.
Didn't Sarah go there recently?
Oh.
Give us a clue. Me and Lily are stuck here.
I can think of a country. I
can't think of a country. Someone's saying down here, love watching you ladies, listening to you here.
I've got it.
I don't know where the Northern Lights are.
Well, I've never seen them, let's be honest.
I wish. I'd
love to.
Isn't it where Sarah went quite recently?
I think she saw them when they went, was it December last year?
Where did they go?
It was somewhere cold.
Yeah.
Could be here. It's cold
North
here.
Pole? Is that a place?
It's not a city.
Oh, I ain't got a clue, Lily.
I'm going to go for it.
I've just put blank because I haven't got a clue. I don't know where they are.
I've gone for Oslo.
Oh,
I don't think it's right,
could be
because I think it might be in Norway.
Because Norway, yeah, but that Norway isn't a city, is it?
Yeah,
it's a country again,
country.
so I wouldn't have got that, would I?
Wrong.
Well, I would have
You
said
put
Norway, but I don't think it's right anyway, so I didn't write it because you've been shouting at me because I've been putting places down.
She's not put an answer, Charlotte.
I put blank, so it's empty mine. And if it's Norway now, I'm going to cry.
Reykjavik, I want you to say Reykjavik and I didn't know how to say.
Is it Reykjavik?
To spell it, Reykjavik.
Reykjavik in Iceland. Why didn't we put Iceland? Why didn't we put Iceland, Lily?
We wouldn't have got it anyway, because it's a country. Oh, blooming heck. That were hard.
That was really hard. Oh, please
one
give us
more.
something easy for last one. Come on then, where is the Gemini 2? Lastly,
let it be Sheffield,
Charlotte,
come on.
where is it? Oh, God. Wait a minute. Let me come in close again. Oh, good God, what's that? What's that? Is that a big building? A big... Oh,
Well, it is a big building.
Yeah,
what big building
but-
it is, I don't know.
I ain't got a clue, Lily. And they're not giving us any... I think they're being very mean. Have you noticed they've gone silent again?
Yeah.
I think they're being very mean and...
I think it's one that I put earlier.
What did you put earlier?
Do you think that, Dean?
What did you put earlier now?
Oh.
See, I don't retain information very well either.
For me, I'm between two different ones. But I might be completely barking up the wrong tree.
At least you've got a tree to bark up.
Well,
at least you've got a tree to bark up. There's no in my
True.
head here for this one. Absolutely nothing in my head for this one. Absolutely no idea. Go on then, Lily. They're all getting in the comments. Look, we can't see the comments, Charlotte. It's no good.
Well,
Oh.
okay. Should we go for it?
Trying to think maybe where
One thing for sure, it's not Sheffield and it's not Barnsley.
It's not. Well, no, it's not.
Well, I hope
do you
not.
think it's a? Because it looks American.
I think so. Oh, it's not.
I don't know if I spelt. Wait a minute. I don't know if this is a place.
Oh, well.
Because if I put USA, I cover myself there, don't I?
Yeah, go on. What you going for?
I've put Seattle in the USA.
That's what I put. Because I were between Toronto or Seattle. Get us there.
Oh my God!
That's the one that I thought would be late.
earlier.
Yeah.
You said earlier. 5-5, is that it? Phew! We both won. Oh, thank God for
goodness.
that. Right, Rachel, I hope you're ready now. 5 winners from Facebook, 5 winners from YouTube. Yay! It's a draw.
Yay.
Woo-hoo-hoo. I'm just gonna read a few comments because Lorraine Benito, I hope this is it. This game is so hard, but so much fun with Debbie and Lily.
Yeah.
They're a tricky face. Only because we literally got myself all worked up. Now,
Yeah.
I'm going to read some more comments, but I need to go move to my phone because I think I've logged myself out of that in all the
no.
excitement. So I'm just going to go to my phone and move on to the comments there.
I'm not being funny, but between us two, you know what us two are like for technology. This morning, trying to get that iPad working, we had people coming in here, we couldn't work it. Us two together is a nightmare. I'll be honest, the other day I was presenting, I had to get 3 people to help me to simply log into an iPad. I couldn't log into an iPad on my own.
I know, honestly. So I've moved to my phone just for the second. I'll go back to it in a minute because it was Dean that helped me out in the end. Loads of people laughing. I can see lots of laughy faces for some strange reason, and I don't know why. Debbie, you are stretching now. Betty, I thought we were friends.
Clearly not.
Betty,
Ooh.
I'm quite hurt by that, Betty. I'll recover. Sally Cripps on YouTube. Lol, you are cracking me up, Debbie. Because I take it seriously.
We do.
I'm fighting for a £10 voucher here for our lovely Facebook users. I'm on your side, guys.
Yep,
No wonder though, Betty was on the YouTube side, so that's why. That's why. I know your game, Betty. I know your game now. I've worked it out. Lillian, moving on. Mr. Yodel's just called.
Yay.
Thought I was going to miss round 2 because he really likes to chat these days. I can't believe you've got a chatty yodel, man. Might just throw it at me door. Throw it at the door and run. Now, DPD man, my lovely Lee, if he's watching, not that he would be, but if he was watching, he's lovely. He is. He's just a joy to that a joy to that company. Michael's put in fantastic show as always. Lorraine's put Frosty and Bright is a gorgeous paper pad. Made my daughter an advent calendar with it last Christmas. For those people that don't know, the Frosty and Bright paper pad is actually in the Weekend Wonder. However, we need to move along. Do we have a little break? Can we have a little break? Because I feel like I need to lubricate. I've been shouting a lot, Lily.
We know.
I've been getting a little bit carried away with myself. I hope Ben's not watching because he'd be like, Mrs. TV wifey, calm yourself down, it's a game.
It's not just a game though, is it? It's a lot more.
Well, it's a lot more than a game, as you've just found out. But we need a little bit of a break for Debbie to compose herself and move on to the last 20 minutes of this show. I can't believe how fast it's gone. But Rachel will let me know who those winners are very shortly. But here, let's just take a couple of minutes to recompose a little VT for you.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get your hands on the latest crafty must-haves. Leave the hard work to us while you shop from the comforts of your own living room. Head to the Crafters Companion website to see our full crafty range, or hit the Shop the Day button to see all the new and exciting products featuring on Crafters TV. Once you've filled your cart, leave it to us to get your crafty goodies to you in super quick time, so you can get on with being creative. Crafters Companion, making crafty shopping a breeze.
We get to know people from places and walks of life that we wouldn't come across in our everyday life if it wasn't for Crafters TV and doing what we do.
I got so many lovely comments from people when I started doing the presenting, and it was just really such a lovely feeling. And it's nice that people keep messaging in. You know, we see the same people. We know you can build up that kind of relationship with those people. So it's just the fact that people like what we do and they're pleased. And I do love it when people send us photographs of the items that they've made.
We talk about customers, but really they go in as a customer, come out as a friend. The support that I get is amazing. The messages I get are amazing.
Me personally, it is personal interaction. I've never had the best of health. I've always been open about that with our viewers at Crafters TV. So many people are in the same situation as me health-wise. Other people have got a completely different health issues. They understand and they relate to what I'm going through, what others are going through. So whether we interact on a crafting basis or whether we interact on a health basis, a personal basis, we're all there to support one another. It is incredible.
The reaction of viewers when they come to meet us is worth all of the early mornings when we have to get up for our early morning shows.
Some of the customers come on as craft ambassadors and things like that, craft along with us, and being able to actually chat with them on air. I love it. I really love that connection with them.
We've had lots of shows where we've done like craft alongs, especially where we've had viewers craft along with us. We had a particular viewer, Joy, who joined us once before, and she literally made me cry on air, and Joe, because the things she said about us, it really was quite humbling that there are people out there that watch us and invite us into their living rooms and really treat us like family.
Yes, I have composed myself. Yes, we're back in the building. Yes, we're going to carry on with the show for the last 20 minutes. However, I've got some winners of that muchly competitive game between myself and Lily there. So the winners on Facebook are... Bit of a drum roll there. Suzanne Dawn, Leslie Smith, Anne Fleming Myers, Anne Hopkins and Tracy Kershaw. So that's team... Whoop, whoop. Facebook for me. And then winners on the YouTube are Sandra Dundas, Pamela Alabonetti, Ords29, Pauline Hassel and Mary Lynn Ingwerson, and I hope I've said those names correctly. So that are all the winners for Facebook and YouTube, and we're going to put the information just coming along the bottom in a second of where you need to contact in order to claim your £10 or $10. It's going onto your, it'll go onto your account. So it's prizes at crafterscompanion.com. Well done, ladies. And I was going to say gentlemen, just in case, just to cover my back there. But yes, well done to you both. Well done to you all. We're giving away quite a bit today because we were highly competitive. However, we need to move on. We've got a little bit more to cram in this next 20 minutes. So we're going to start with a Garden Gnomes collection selection for you. The price on the screen is £22.27, a saving of 60% today. Lowest you're going to go to, Club Inspire that you just saw briefly there, £17.60 or $21.60 if you are in that club or brand new to Club Inspire. Garden Gnomes. Oh my God, I absolutely love them. I genuinely love this collection. It's absolutely fabulous. I'm going to start with the main two characters in the collection. And we're going to start with the Gnome Boy, where you're getting all the stamps, all the dies for Fussy Cutting. You can customise him to be holding a fishing rod. He can be barbecuing. He can literally be doing anything you want there because you can build it up. And then you've got a lovely 3-set stencil at the bottom to add a little bit of texture to him. With the garden gnome comes the garden gnome girl. Exactly the same. Stamps, dies, build it up, and stencils. They live in their own little, and I'm trying to make sure that doesn't fall off, their caravan. I absolutely love this one. The gnome caravan, where you can create some really lovely scenes. Again, all of those scenes, including the extra embellishments, to really, really go to town on that. The gnome swing, which either of them can sit in and swing on, whether it be the boy or the girl, or have one side by side and have them both on there. And then the garden gnome accessories. Look at all of that for that price on the screen, £22 or $27, then minus off your club membership. This is absolutely fabulous, and I know that Lily is a way to show us how you can get creative with this set.
I certainly am. I'm exactly the same as Debbie. I love this collection. It's just adorable and it's so much fun to craft with too. I'm going to create a box for this demonstration. I'm going to keep it quite easy and simple, just using a few elements from this fabulous collection. Now, I showed you a little bit of stamping and die cutting with our decoupage flowers a little bit earlier, but I'm going to show you how easy it is to line up these garden gnome accessories alongside the stamps and the dies. So what we've gone ahead and done is we've actually taken that gorgeous little placard. Now, we've got the stamped gnome home that fits inside there, but what I've done is I've actually taken another stamp from my crafty stash, a Dear Friend stamp. That's just from one of our older craft kits. You might have that in your crafty stash. That's number 50. And we've popped that into the centre, so we're changing up that look and feel a little bit just by using a different stamp in the centre. I mean, you could be handwriting into there, whatever you so choose to do. I find it easy with these to stamp first and then die cut. So I've stamped onto Nina cardstock and I'm just taking the outer die. You can see how that fits around the edge absolutely perfectly. You've got just a couple of milled borders all around the outside of that stamped images between the die. Lining that die up, pop a little bit of low-tack tape into position on there, and it's literally just a case of running that through our die cutting machine. Now, we've only got a small die on that large plate there, so once again, same technique as we showed that leaf die earlier. As soon as we hear that pitch change of the machine, we know that that die is cut, so we're just going to reverse it back out. No need at all to run that all the way through our die cutting machine. Just saves a little bit of time, which is always a good thing when we've got plenty of crafting to be done. Now, I want to show you a quick little technique how we can get a sort of wood texture onto our colouring. So we're stamped with a alcohol-proof ink pad, and we've got some of our tri-blends. So let's go in first with our tan blend, darkest within this 3-pen blend, and I'm literally just going to scribble into the centre of our placard there. I'm not worrying about getting a real smooth laydown of colour. I just want to get some of the colour down onto there, and I'm not having to go over that full image, because then I'm going in with my tan shades, lightest of this 3-pen blend. I'm going to go up to the edges and overlap slightly where we've got that lightest colour that we've just laid down, and then we're just going to extend that out a little bit more. We'll do exactly the same. We're going to call these legs, posts, sticks, whatever you want to call them. I think they're probably not called legs, but whatever, we'll go with that. And then what we're going to do here, we usually go for a smooth blend, but what we're going to do is we're just going to flick inwards to try and give us a little bit of a wood grain texture. We don't want that smooth blend transition. We want a little bit of texture onto here to give us the effect of wood. And we're going to go ahead then and bring in that mid-tone. Same sort of idea, we're going to colour around the edge, extending a little bit more. And then as we come to where we've got that join, we're going to start to flick to bring in that sort of wood texture. Just makes it look a little bit authentic. At the end of the day, if you look at real wood, it's not got that real smooth blend transition from light to dark. You've got that texture, you've got all those wood grains, you've got the knots in the wood, and we want to recreate that realistic sort of texture onto our colouring. Very quick and easy to do, and if you're worried about getting smooth blending, maybe you struggle with that sort of effect, then this one is a brilliant one to go for sure. Same on that area, then all we're going to do is bring in that darkest, the TN9 from our tri-blend here, our tan shades that we're using. And like I said earlier, you will find tri-blends over on the website. I know we've got some of our 6-pen packs over on our shop today, so do check those out. So I will be using those in this afternoon's craft along as well. A great deal that we've got on those fabulous tri-blend 6-pen packs. But all we're doing now is just bringing in that very darkest colour all around the outer rim of our sign here, and that starts to add that shading, starts to add that depth and dimension, and it really does bring this small stamped image to life nice and quickly, very quick and easy to do when you are colouring with your tri-blends. You know that you've got all of the same colour family in the one pen, so it's nice and easy to blend these together, and that gives us a little bit of texture and a little bit of dimension onto our sign. So that's our sign. All we've gone ahead and done is we've stamped one of our gorgeous little girl gnomes onto our Nina. Same sort of technique again, doing a little bit of colouring onto there. We've also stamped and die cut our little watering can. You can layer that up, so she's going to be holding her little watering can. We're going to start to build a scene in just a moment, but now let's bring in our box. So we've got 2 pieces of Centura pearl cut down to 8.25 inch square. We've scored each one at 1 1/4, one on our box lid side of our scoreboard and one on our box base side. Then we're bringing in some of our pattern paper. This is from that gorgeous Violet Studios Hoppy Easter 12 by 12. I know we've got an amazing deal on that over on the website. I believe you're buying one, getting one free when it comes to those 12 by 12 pads. So do check out the website for those. I think it's nice to show that you don't just have to use these for your Easter makes. You can use them for any sort of lovely springtime make with those gorgeous Hoppy Easter paper pads from Violet Studio. Layering that onto some of our pearl card. That's from one of our older 12 by 12 pearl card pads. I think it might be the Paisley Pearl if I remember rightly, but just a gorgeous pink colour tone. Picking out the pink that we've got in some of those lovely flowers on that pattern paper and getting everything matching absolutely perfectly. And it does help if I don't stick things to my glass mat. It does always help to stick them to the box itself. There we go. And then we've got our matching mats and layers to go on the sides of our box lids, so everything's going to be matching together absolutely perfectly. So the same sort of idea where you mat and layer your gorgeous pattern paper onto your pearl cardstock and then pop in one on all 4 sides of our box lid, and you can see how this starts to come together beautifully. I know we had that gorgeous 12 by 12 pad that was part of the Gnomes collection, unfortunately not in stock anymore, so I wanted to show you how you can use your Violet Studio Hoppy Easter paper pads, maybe that you've got already in your crafty stash, or maybe you're going to pick that up today on that incredible offer. You can use those papers with these gorgeous gnome stamps. I think the colourways work absolutely perfectly. The sort of artwork that we've got in those papers works an absolute treat as well, and everything's going to be matching together perfectly. Now I've got another strip of a different pattern paper, but from that same paper pad, and we're going to layer this onto our box lid just as a little extra bit of interest onto there. So let's pop that onto there, about there. I think we'll do a little bit of foam tape on the back of that for that added bit of depth and dimension. Then we've taken a couple of our nesting dies. We've got that gorgeous label shape. We've cut the smaller one from our fabulous Centura pearl. That's our fresh wine. And then we have got the larger one cut from that lovely pearlized cardstock, that pink pearl that we've used for all of our mats and layers. Now we've added our strip on with foam pads, but we want to raise up our label that little bit more. So at the top section, we've got to have a double layer of your foam pads, and then at the bottom, we've just got that single layer. And then all we're going to do is just line that up nicely, centralise that, and stick that down onto there, just like so. Then we're going to bring in our gorgeous little gnome girl. Let's add some foam tape on the back of our sign as well. We're just going to build up a simple little composition, just a little scene onto here, keeping it nice and delicate and simple. Just using a couple of the elements from the collection, which you can start to create really quite pretty makes when you've got these gorgeous stamps and dies, and so easy to work with because your stamps match the dies perfectly. No need to fussy cutting, makes it super quick and easy when you are crafting with these. And let's add that onto that side just like so. And then finally, to finish it off before we build it into a box, we have got a little ribbon bow that we've tied from some of our lovely satin ribbon. Let's have that onto, let's go about there with that, just a bit of tape on the back. And the final finishing touch is to build it into a box. So all we need to do in order to create the box is just add some of our tape onto all 4 tabs. Of course, you can be using your red liner tape in order to do this, but like we were saying earlier, our tape pens are so super strong that you can even use them for your construction projects like we are here. This box is going to be just over 6 inches in size with that depth of 1 1/4. So a nice size on this one, and the beauty of this one, I know we had the question earlier about your A4 cardstock and your sizes of your boxes. These have both been cut from A4 size card, which means it's absolutely perfect. If all you've got is an A4 scoreboard and your A4 cardstock, you can still be creating this project at home, which is absolutely fantastic. So same sort of idea with our base, just tape onto all 4 of those tabs, then just building our box, and that will be our box put together nice and quickly and easily. I mean, wouldn't this be absolutely perfect for a little girl's party? Maybe you're giving presents to your daughter's friends at school or anything like that. Little bit of your tissue paper maybe in the centre, just to finish that off. But how easy, how pretty, how sort of uplifting is that? Love the gnomes.
That's gorgeous.
Love your Happy Easter paper pad on there. Quick and easy, but cute.
That's absolutely beautiful, Lily. Thank you. Could you line up your mix of this show, please? Because we need to get that voting. We've only got like less than 7 minutes now.
Let's do it.
So if we can, we'll start off the vote. So Lily, could you please show us your 3 gorgeous makes that you've done?
I certainly can. Let's have a little look what we've got. So top of the show, we were playing with those gorgeous treat boxes, bringing in those super cute little cute character stamps and dies. That is demo number 1. We went all florally for the second demo with that gorgeous lilac stamp and die. That is demo number 2. And then finally, the one we've just popped together in super quick time with our fabulous garden gnomes. That is demo number 3. So 1, 2 or 3, up to you. Get those votes in.
Yep, absolutely. So get those votes in as quick as you can so our Rachel can top them up on both YouTube and Facebook. I've got a couple of questions I want to ask you, Lily, in a second, but I'm just going to recap this deal for you. £22 or $27. Any day of the week is absolutely phenomenal, but take off your club membership and it's even more so. So you've got a 60% saving and then your club membership off the top of that. You've got that fabulous gnome girl that Lily's just shown you, just how super cute she is. All the accessories there to fussy cut, to add those layers and including those stencils on there to stencil through. So the gnome girl comes with the gnome boy that comes with their gnome home in their caravan, that's got their gnome swing and also their fabulous accessories to really, really accessorise that lovely bundle. It is the Garden Gnome collection, and I say collection, the collection selection, a fabulous deal, and the lowest there, $17.60 or $21.60. Now, literally, we've got one question that I just want to ask because it relates to what you've just done in terms of your stamping. And Kelly Cummins on Facebook has asked what type of cardstock is best to stamp on, Lily?
After you're stamping. If you're literally just stamping, so if ever I'm stamping a sentiment and I'm not going to colour it in, I always go for my multi-purpose. There we did stamping and then some colouring with the alcohol pens. Anything with alcohol-based pens, you want your Nina cardstock. If you're going to be stamping and then adding lots of water, maybe with your aqua pens, watercolour pencils, anything like that, you'll want your watercolour cardstock. But just general stamping, no colouring, go for your multi-purpose card.
Thank you very much. Now, got the results in. Oh my God, that was quick. That was quick. It'll please Dean, let me just tell you. It's going to please Dean this because he's got his eye on one of the demos and he was hoping it wasn't going to win demo of the show. So demo of the show goes to number 2, which is the gorgeous floral lilac there. Absolutely beautiful. So 2, well done there, Lily, because that's absolutely beautiful, as have all of your makes been.
Oh, thank you.
Now, we are literally fast approaching the end of the show. I want to recap on some of the things we've not done, some of the things that we have got, and also tell you what's coming up later on for the rest of the day at Crafters TV. Now, one of our star steals of the day is the cute characters, the gift tags. We call them the gift tags. However, as you've seen over the many weeks and months here at Crafters TV, you could do so much with these. But look at the price on the screen, £14 or $19 before you take off your Club Inspired membership. The lowest you'll go to for the entirety of this set, and there are 6 sets in here, to go down to £11.20 or $15.20 is amazing. So you have got Enjoy the Little Things, which is that cute little mouse there. Absolutely love him. And I love it because you've got the front and the back end of that character and the tag there to make your tags or bookmarks or into whatever you want to do with these. My personal favourite is the giraffe. I absolutely adore him. You've got sentiments on each one of these as well. I love the little unicorn. Is so super cute. The dog, oh my God, the dog is just so gorgeous, including that lovely fairy, and then the one that caused the giggles and the chitters with Ben and Jan, the cat butt, as she has been nicknamed now, one of our lovely viewers there as well. Absolutely gorgeous set at an amazing price, guys. That's an amazing price. Any day of the week, just look at that. It's absolutely fabulous. Now, we have got some things coming up. I am going to very quickly just mention, just for a second, the Weekend Wonder. That Weekend Wonder, which is just phenomenal. The small Crafters Companion guillotine with the built-in scoreboard in that portable guillotine, and the Frosty and Bright 12 by 12 36-piece double-sided paper pad, which is just beautiful. That's the Weekend Wonder at £30 or $50. The lowest there that you'll pay is £24 here in the UK for both of those items, and $40. And you're going to get double points with it being a Weekend Wonder. The other star buy that's been flying out of the door with any wonder is this fabulous luxury cardstock. It's amazing. All the greens, all the reds, all the golds. 90 sheets in total, plus your additional to a couple on each one. Look at the price, it's phenomenal. I'm going to leave it there. £11, $19, and then minus off your club membership. It's a phenomenal price, and it's been flying. That's all I can say. So Lily, thank you very much for all your gorgeous demos today.
Oh, thank you.
We've got a craft along coming up.
We certainly do.
In an hour's time at 2 p.m. here in the UK. 9 a.m. Eastern time and 6 a.m. Pacific time, so you must be just waking up. We've actually got a lovely guest, and I can't wait because I've met him before on one of my craft alongs. Yeah. So it's going to be lovely to be on this side of things. It's our lovely Gareth Dobbs who's going to be with us this afternoon. So, thank you to everybody. Thank you to everybody in the gallery. Thank you to Jake. Thank you to lovely Rachel. A little last comment leaving the ear. Thank you, Debbie, Lily, and all the CTTV for a great show. Thank you so much, Lily, Debbie, and the amazing CTV team. Dean, Charlotte, Jake, and the wonderful social superstar. Have a great fun-filled weekend. Join us back in an hour's time for our fabulous craft along with the 12 days of Christmas. Bye for now.